If you guys want to continue with your grout line patterns, you need to do it now. If you don't want to, don't worry about it. But this product's mixed now, so you're going to want to be using it. So I'm going to be giving you a little bit here in a second. And you're going to be wanting to spread it very evenly on your sample. And I will say if you're doing a wood grain, thinner is better and it'll really make your colors pop. So I'm going to need a ladder up in this dish.
There's one on the other side of the tables there.
Just thought about how short I am. Who all's doing wood grain patterns? Okay, perfect. You'll want your grout lines done if you're going to do that. So who's ready? This one is.
You guys, there's scissors.
And that's probably more than you need. You want to be able to run it thin enough to where it's basically exposing your grout line tape to where you kind of see through it a little bit. And try not to hold it down too hard on the edge. And just use the flat trowels here. So so you'll be doing just like this, basically.
Sorry guys, I'm grabbing scissors for someone.
You guys can pass around one of my metal trowels up
Here you
there.
go.
That's a little smoother too.
Thank you.
I'll need one, but I don't need them all.
It's funny.
I don't need every one of my metal trowels. So yeah, if you guys want to use this one and then just pass it down.
Hi, Jeanette.
That's about how I do it right there. Like a piece of junk roll and a pick out of there with a stick or something. But yeah. And all the excess we'll put right back in the container. Okay, which one of these is my smooth one? Not that one. Okay. I hope I don't mess this up, so hopefully.
Almost like an emerald.
It is. I'm liking that, actually.
No flip-flops today, Jeanette said.
No flip-flops today, Jeanette. I actually decided to put my big boy pants and boots and got fully dressed this morning. When I don't have a class here, I like to just wear flip-flops. And my kids won't let me wear silkies, so.
Are those like the shorts?
Yeah.
Oh.
There's a bunch of pictures of me back when I was young, and that's all I ever wore around, so I'm kind of known for the silky boy.
I feel like those are back in style now, though.
They're so comfy, freeing.
The new generation.
Yes.
Pedro said, nice.
Pedro, good to have you here. Thank you for being here, Pedro. Vote for Pedro. Thank you for being here, man. God bless you.
No basketball shorts, Jeanette said.
No basketball shorts. I'm betting you and me are going to mix another color, but probably more blue, and mix it right into this wall.
Yeah, do like a nice ombre.
Dude, wouldn't that be awesome?
Yeah.
If I was a
Napoleon
Mexican dude,
dying.
if I was a Mexican
my-
dude, I'd tell people to do a nice ombre all the time.
Oh gosh. Oh man. Show them a close up of this color.
Oh, this is
We were actually going over
so slick.
our
Guys,
old
so slick.
copper, huh?
Yes, that's actually real copper. Sad, sad.
Yeah. We did that a while ago.
Okay. See if I can do this without messing it up. It's just like,
There's a few more over here, like those plastic ones. Yeah.
either you guys are being really sweet or that's some passive aggressive shit going on in the classroom. That's perfect. Yesterday I said that we sprayed isopropyl, but I didn't say that. I just said the next word, and so we got put on restriction. All the stuff we spray is isopropyl, 99%. We don't drink it. We're not trying to get drunk like that, guys. Yeah.
Joe said, tell him to hold it at a 45 and it will fill in better.
I'm trying, Joe. It's a very flimsy. I love that, how soft that blade is.
I'm actually liking this color.
I'm liking it too, actually.
Like a lot.
That's pretty clean.
Thank you for sharing the live.
Thank you guys. Thank you
Last
for being
in
here.
impressions. How are you?
Oh, look at that. A little bit of suction on it there.
Yeah, that is a pretty color, huh, Jeanette? I'm gonna come over here and show them what these guys are working on.
Yeah, they're working on funner stuff than me. It's probably looking better right now.
That's cool, yep. They wanna know what's going on here. We are working with our non-sag wall epoxy today. This typically goes over like tile. It can be put in showers. Thick, like peanut butter. You guys have to share, but they're all like, yeah. Here's some right here.
Yeah. Make sure as soon as they're done with that metal knife, they'll share it with y'all.
Green epoxy, Reb said. Yeah, we colored it emerald green.
We did. Green.
We could do tons of different colors.
Okay, get up on my ladder. Continue.
Can you put it on a sheetrock wall?
Yes, actually. This is actually directly over drywall. I mean, we have another layer of epoxy under it, but that's what it went over originally. Very good question. Y'all have plenty of products. Some of y'all for a wood grain are way too thick there. When you get ready to actually run the wood grain tool too, let me know and I'll do one of your first passes just to show you guys. Is this sure that's a platform. Of course that is.
Yeah.
Of course that's made for standing.
Russ, you want it to be about the same thickness as the tape.
Yeah, pretty thin.
Goodbye, try copper wall. Pretty Things said, I would love to take class. Where are you located?
We're in Grand Junction, Colorado. I'd love to have you in a class. Thank you guys for being on today.
We have an upcoming online class.
Yeah, we have the online class coming up. That's right. That's right. That's a good one too. The online one on Monday. If you're still able to order a kit in time right now, you could actually order epoxy and then follow right along with us too. So do your kitchen countertops or whatever next week. And I'm gonna be spending my time with y'all to make sure that happens. Oh, this is looking good, dude.
Thank you for sharing the light, Jeanette. Thank you, everyone.
Thanks for
We have a few
y'all.
new people here. And
Thanks for
tell them
the new
what's
ones.
going
Now,
on.
we're putting wall epoxy up here. We are going directly over another epoxied wall that we had already epoxied earlier, but we already had a good, nice, pretty smooth area. So I am trying to just kind of fill in the top, and then I'll float it out and whatnot with my larger float. Just trying to be nice, even strokes here so I can have a pretty even wall. I don't want any total voids. Yep, I have a piece of junk in my trowel, so I'll have to try to find that. Let's see, where is that? Okay. It's so frustrating when you have a little piece of junk in your trowel. Right there, finally got it.
That one has a lot of debris on it. I don't think you'll...
What's that?
He might be using that one. Where's the one they were using? Okay. Levi, are you gonna use this one?
No, it's just not as smooth, y'all. So
Okay.
you might want to sand it with one of those palm sanders in the back of the classroom or something. And I could swear I saw a little piece of green epoxy go past my eye towards my beard, but
I don't see any.
nothing.
No.
The ultimate countertop epoxy beard oil. Never move again.
Thank you for the follow.
Dude,
Crown
look at how
Creations.
far this one kit, I mean, the class took half my kit, and look how much we still have. This is amazing.
Yeah, we shared
If
this
your
with
wall
the
is
class.
prepped, I mean, we're getting 150 square feet out of this.
So they all have some over here. It's empty. I think they're about ready to do the wall.
You guys about, or the wood, you mean?
Yeah, the wood grain tool.
Okay. Y'all about ready to do the wood grain?
We are working with our non-sag epoxy. How long does it take to cure?
All right, I'll get back to that momentarily, but overnight, guys, overnight cure. All right, anybody have a wood grain tool that they want to?
Here's one.
So primarily, your job is to try to hold this firm on the surface so that it's not floating and coming up and not floating, and primarily you slide it. 99% should be sliding. 1% should be slowly maybe rocking this a tiny bit. Don't think about that, or it's gonna look like shit. So usually people rock this all over and it just looks like a big weird, not even wood grain. So just drag it. Even if you drug it straight, it'd make a more natural wood grain than if you rocked it too often. So see this? Look how little I'm moving it right there. Do you see how I barely I'm changing the angle? But I'm staying nice and even and slow so that I'm not accidentally floating up to the surface, and because I want it to be a really even, consistent like cut all the way through to that original black. Now this is just part of our color right here, so start at an end and really just start off that end and really slide. You notice I started on just a tiny bit too far like this way. I should have started off the piece. A little more firm pressure right down there in the center of it too. Kind of hold it there with your thumb. Yeah, look at that. Nice firm pressure. Oh, look at that. That's badass. Looks like an old barn plank already. Very durable too. No, just keep running it. Yeah, I mean, if it gets really excessive, you can clean it, but you're not going to get a lot out of that. Yeah. That's actually a good pattern you guys are already getting there. Looks very nice. If you guys notice, the too thick of epoxy would wreck that pattern, so. Aren't you guys glad you get to hear Michael today as part of our live? Thank you guys for being here, and thank you, Michael, for being on our live so everybody gets to hear more of the actual team. So, kind of excited to start introducing you guys to the real studs we have here. Michael, Anna.
Dropping Bomb said, Tuesday morning live with the legend himself. One day
Dropping
people will
Bombs.
write novels about Levi's work.
What is this?
Dropping Bombs.
Write novels, dude. God
About
bless
your
him.
work.
Dude, Dropping Bombs is like, he's on a psyop for the U.S. government to how much he can, like, improve a dude's day.
Learned something new today, Simpson said.
This is wall epoxy, guys. I am going over an existing wall. This is actually originally copper, real copper. If you notice, it has a little blue on it because we sprayed it with Miracle Grow and got it to actually patina blue because it is real copper, and we're covering it up because we're here in a class and the class wants to do turquoise, so we're doing turquoise.
What is the name of your product?
This is our FX wall by countertopepoxy.com, so come check out a class and you'll love it.
What is it used for?
This is for going over tile. You could go right over an existing shower, backsplashes. Even, you know, usually it's most profitable in a wet space like a shower. People do just do decorative walls as well. Kind of like a very durable Venetian plaster. You can get this. We're going to be putting color in this in a second. I know right now it looks kind of hideous, but we're going to get this looking really pretty here in a second as I finish it out, because I am going to start spraying some other colors in here. Get
I
a patina.
know. Brick Shrimp said covering copper. What?
I know, Brick Shrimp. You were right about that. It's kind of sad too.
Yeah.
So.
But we had that up for like 3 years. Huh?
Man, who saw my video on TikTok? Is that maybe it's everywhere? Dude, I started like, it's the wall in our bathroom, and I saw somebody talk shit about how ugly it was, what I did, and I went to defend myself on it. I was like, dude, I'm gonna explain what I was doing. And then I read the next comment, and I was like, oh snap, that was another bad one. Then I read the next comment, and I was like, you know what, maybe I don't want to comment on this post. But maybe today I'll redeem myself. Everybody was saying it looked like a nasty crack house wall or a bathroom wall or what was all the gas station bathroom wall. I think that was the overall consensus of my last big wall piece I did. So, and for context, it was in my office. People thought I was like messing up a customer's home. It was in my own office just for fun.
Yeah. That was when we were testing a new product.
Yeah, we were
right?
testing a new product as well.
It's not like.
But holy crap, it was really good shit talking. I have to agree with you all.
Is it waterproof?
Yes, they're very waterproof, totally impervious to moisture.
People love being mean. Easier not to respond to it than to have them come back for more.
You know what?
True.
It was
People
kind of
live for the
funny
drama.
though. Every one of the pages that I saw that was the nastiest like criticisms, it was always some dude living in his mom's basement that was like working on his Harley Davidson from his mom's living room. Mom, You didn't pay for the internet. I can't respond to Levi anymore. No, not quite. But it was. Usually the biggest critics are the just losers that don't do anything themselves. But I loved some of the people were like very perceptive on my
You guys
trashy
can
Flying
spray.
J color taste.
They can spray accents on their wood grain, right?
Uh-huh. I can help them with their first one if they want.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. All right. I am going to spray.
There's a few colors over there.
I'm going to try to go for the most contrasting colors we can.
It's not bad for your lungs to be breathing this.
No, there's actually zero odor here, but thank you for asking. There are a lot of epoxies there are, and a lot of them they say there's not, and there still is. So definitely look at the safety data sheets of what you're working with.
Could you cover a plastic tub and surrounding with wall epoxy?
You could. We have a tub epoxy though that would work much better, and it'd be much smoother. Now this is just mica powder mixed with our 99% isopropyl, what I can't say on TikTok. But yeah, it is flammable, so don't light this on fire, obviously. Don't smoke around it. We don't ever need to torch this. I'm anti-smoking TikTok.
Dare to be different.
Unless you're smoking hot. TikTok. Dropping bombs is smoking hot. Look at how natural that's already falling in right into place. Do you see how you're getting the darker colors down in the valleys there already?
And is that charcoal?
No,
That's
this is
Caribbean.
actually Caribbean, and I sprayed red on top, just trying to give it like a little bit of a barn redwood look. I usually will do this pretty saturated. But these colors will kind of separate back on you, so you'll still get all those colors a tiny bit. Where's our
Copper.
flat trowel that we had, our really nice metal? You know what? I'll use one of mine.
No, now he's going to reveal the colors.
And now this kind of, you could wait and sand it to get this effect and until it dries if you're more comfortable with that. And if you're willing to be really ginger with it. Barely any pressure, almost no pressure here. I don't want to smear that trash through the piece a bunch, so. Just a fun way. Now, if you wanted that to be a black wood grain, or white, or any color, you could have actually just troweled that color of epoxy too. So if you wanted green, there's your green. Now you don't have any highs. I'd wait for my alcohol to evaporate, and then I'd peel off all my grout tape, and you should have a pretty nice plank pattern there. So that's a good job, guys. Very nice work.
Are you going to sand down tomorrow the wall you're working on?
I don't know, to be honest. We'll have to see how smooth I get it today. I think I may be getting it pretty dang smooth here, so I don't know. Oh, yes.
We're working with our wall epoxy today.
Yep, this is our wall resin made for walls and ceilings. Any non-sag application.
Thank you for the likes, guys.
It's coming in flat, guys. Finally getting it pretty darn smooth. I'm learning a little bit more about troweling. I was 7 feet tall.
How much open time do you have with the epoxy?
You know, if you get it on your wall and out of the container, you have a good, hour, 45 minutes, depending on your temp of your room. As long as it's not too hot in the room you're working in, you can work it for quite a while.
The what? The sample?
Yeah, you want this stuff?
Yeah. Here's another color, guys. It's forest green. Levi, you want to take this for a second so I could get him
Yes,
set up
yes.
with the... Thank you. Sorry.
Thank you all. See how good I do it filming here. This is a bit of work, but it's actually pretty fun. Thank you, Jeanette. Reb, thanks for being here today. Yeah, it's getting kind of flat. What I'm trying to go for, it's kind of embarrassing to show, but I'm trying to get a really good reflection off this wall that has as little deflection down the wall as possible. So that's kind of, that's what makes an impressive wall if you're doing something like a big fireplace mantle or a large shower wall. Thank you, Tracy. Thanks for being here, Tracy. God bless you today. I hope you have a good day today. Thanks for all the love. This is a good class here. We got some wood grain going down here. We call it wood grain tape. It's really just a grout line, a filament tape. It doesn't tear easily when you pull it back off. So nice steady pressure on that. Don't rock it too much, just drag it more. A little bit more pressure. Pressure, pressure, pressure.
And then be careful not to get...
Never put too much pressure. That's gonna turn out good, dude. Oh, yeah, you might, but it'll turn out well. You can use one of the metal trowels if you want. It'll get a little bit smoother. Ooh, look at that. That's a good wood grain right there. See, that's natural. That's what we're going for. That's beautiful. It's a little darker over here. So just using our epoxy and a wood grain tool, super inexpensive and easy. She's even getting her leg into that. Just like kicking that thing's ass.
It's very thick, huh?
Yeah, it is thick. Nice and slow and smooth. Oh, you got a lot of... I will say, and this is my fault, guys, I'm the teacher that did not tell you guys how to tape, but a lot of you guys look like you had a little epilepsy adventure when you were taping here with all your crisscross lines. That's a really tough thing to make look like a plank, so simple is easy. I only know how to teach simple things anyways, so go figure that one out.
Oh, good.
Like some of these people have more complex tape patterns than I've ever seen. So.
Okay, I'm back.
This here is actually who makes everything happen here. So please hit the like button if you love Michael Crispin the gangster. So sorry, it just got ugly again. So. All right. You're actually getting it pretty smooth, Michael. What colors do I spray into this, Michael?
Well, I brought copper, red copper, Caribbean, forest green.
I love it all. Dude, that smooth stroke. Get it. So good. Nice and smooth.
Good morning, Michigan.
The smoother the stroke, the smoother the wall.
Thank you for following, Brian.
Thanks for the love and the follows. Thanks, Brian, for being here today. Okay, I'm going to start in on my spray. There's a flipping flat wall there. Nice.
Whoa, Jeanette's sending us chilies. 10
Jeanette,
chilies.
Thank you, Jeanette. We love you so much. I hope you're having a good day today. Anybody out there, let me know what you got on your mind today, if there's anything you need prayed for. So
Sean says that looks awesome.
Okay, now we're about to have happen what everybody said made it look like a gas station wall, so we'll see. So I was so proud of my test sample I did on a wall. I thought it looked so good, and I saw it on TikTok. And I don't watch my own TikToks ever. But I actually looked at that one to see how, because I thought it was so cool, and I noticed it had a lot of comments and views, and all the comments were just shit talking it. I was like, oh, I'm gonna be on a. They kept saying gas station, so I'm gonna see if Flying J has a little couch with a counselor I can sit on. Started getting me depressed.
Jeanette needs some prayers.
Jeanette, let me know what you need prayers for. And anyone else on here that believes in prayer, don't be afraid to pray for people. So
Joey wants to know what's on it.
this is our wall epoxy, and now I'm spraying a 99% isopropyl alcohol. I'm afraid to even say it because I got banned yesterday for saying that because I thought I was violating the drug and alcohol guidelines on here on TikTok, but this is just 99% isopropyl with our mica powder mixed in with it. It momentarily melts the epoxy just enough for the kind of the powder to kind of set and settle in, and then the alcohol evaporates back off, leaving that base. So it's a really efficient way to actually add color to something. Oh man, I'm wanting it to look a little bit rusted and dripped and nasty. I need it thick in a few areas.
Joey said I've worked with a lot of epoxy. That's awesome.
Thank you, Joey. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being on our channel. What?
Best class ever.
This is a
Teresa.
good class. Is that somebody in class saying
Yeah.
that? Who's saying that? I love that. It is one of the better classes.
I'm
It's
gonna
a really
show
good.
them.
You know, I will say lately, I'm very honest about whether my classes are just a bunch of assholes that, and we get them here sometimes. But I've had such good luck with classes the last, probably 6 months in a row. We've had I'd say our last 6 classes, every one of them has been some of the most amazing people I've gotten to meet and be around. Really great groups of people every time.
Greg, this is a new color we're doing.
Yeah, just a
Greg
new
said,
color.
I think they're talking about the old Sinclair gas station. They were
Yeah,
green.
I think that's what people thought it was, the old Sinclair gas station that I did last time. Come and go. Boogers and come and go. All right, get a little charcoal on there. Sometimes I try to add. I personally like using charcoal for when you need another color. Oh, that's horrible to hear that shit twice. Sometimes you want to add not necessarily a color, but get another accent in the wall. Is there any way you can turn that shit on? I can't hear myself talking twice.
Sean wants to know, what's the wall made of? Is it drywall,
Yeah,
plywood,
this is
or
right over
concrete?
drywall, Sean. And this could go right into a shower or anything. This is very strong now, so very, very durable finish. This would be whether you're doing an accent wall decorative like Venetian plaster or whether you're going right over tile. We have a lot of videos where we're trialing right over tile. I'm actually doing my daughter's bathroom right now, a really cool walk-in shower area that's going to be really neat. That we're doing all the tile and the tubs around everything. Thank you guys for being here today. Try not to cover your gold, but rather fill in your voids.
Is it dry already?
No, it's not dry. We could still work this. This is a trowelable. It's almost like peanut butter. It's going to stay where you put it.
The gray and the gold looks a little purple.
The gray.
Oh, I think the charcoal kind of
Oh, maybe that did.
gives off that
Yeah,
vibe.
a little bit of a purple vibe. Yeah, that's very charcoal. Let's see if I don't. This is where I plan on wrecking everybody's love for the wall.
Don't fall. Don't fall.
Unless it improves our
catch you.
views on TikTok. That's good.
Hell yeah, that's cool. Hell, I'm doing some epoxy work and was gonna try that over sheetrock.
Look at that.
Yeah, try it out, Sean.
Oh, look at that. That's clean. I'm liking that.
Reb said green and gold, Packers, LOL.
Yeah.
Love it, Moonwatcher.
They're very dependent on my ability to smoothly get down the ladder there, though.
Art painting, Tater Tots said.
So this is
Let
our
me
wall
see if I
epoxy.
can get
I'm
the
doing
whole
a
thing in
smooth
there.
coat on it. I did spray my colors into it. It's still wet and pliable.
Sean said, it's raining here today. I was going to do it today, but I think it would be better when it's not raining.
You know, don't ever worry about the wall epoxy specifically. It is a chemical cure, so it's not gonna worry about moisture in the ambient environment. But if it's raining, you should probably get out and enjoy the rain.
So Levi, what's your work time before it starts curing?
Because of the time that I had it in the pail and that I got it out of the pail onto the wall and I got it spread out, I probably could work this for an hour, a good hour, maybe even more. Yes. Well, that's a very inexpensive way to finish out a wall for a bathroom or a shower or something like that. And if you think about this, I mean, I don't know if you like the pattern, but you can be as decorative as you wanted to be. And think about what's your cost to go over a shower in a bathroom. So if you have a guy come out and do a small, decent walk-in shower, you're $7,000 to $10,000 to rip that out and redo a shower like that every day to pay a contractor, or you have about $200 worth of wall epoxy. So maybe you get 2 kits. You're a little more than that. I think it's $179 for a kit. So, I mean, very inexpensive if you have the skills to do it. You could get a really high-end look. I'm breathing all heavy.
You were just going up and down those stairs.
Yeah. All right. Well, thank you guys. What time is it? It's only 10 right now still. We're a tiny bit earlier than I meant to be. I think I'm going to sign off with you guys. Thank you all so much for being here. God bless you guys. And look forward to seeing you this afternoon on a really cool job we're finishing.
So I had asked you about the tub refinish earlier by convenience, but
Bye, Jeanette.
be able to use that
Thank you,
on the
Marlon.
Um,